Hello YouTube, it's your girl Keisha Laundry and I'm back with another video. I just got off of work. It's 48 degrees out here. I'm for breezing. I should have wore a bigger coat. Oh my god, I gotta let my car warm up. My car I had to try about 3 times to get it to turn over because my car is like, what in the heck? I'm telling you, I took this up north. I took this to Pennsylvania, and the thing it almost broke down on me. I had to get a lot of repairs done to it. I even had to get like certain parts from the dealership, the Chevy dealership in Newark, Delaware. But yeah, when you take a Florida car up to Pennsylvania, can y'all see all of that coming out my exhaust, the smoke or whatever? Can y'all see it in the back window? But I have 3 rows. I got a big old family. But yeah, when you take a Florida car up north, 9 times out of 10 it'll break down because they don't know what is happening in the cold. I had a friend, a former friend and her husband. They drove up north. They actually got a friend car and drove it up north, and they wound up having to pull it back because the thing broke down. They had to rent a car and rent the trailer thing that you pour the car on, and they had to drive the car, bring the man his car back like that. And it's the same thing with this. I took this this Florida car up north, and the thing almost did not want to come back. But thank God it's a Chevy. Chevy never let you down. I tell you, Chevys are like a loyal guard dog. Like, even if they do break, it's gonna break, and it's gonna break. Either it's not gonna start while you home, like I'm at work. Like, if it wouldn't have started, I was at work. It's like loyal. You know what I mean? If you do have any issues, 9 times out of 10, you don't be too far from safety. I just love Chevys. I really do. I love Saturns too. So my next car is either going to be another Chevy or a Saturn, because those Saturns are low maintenance. I mean, I love my Saturn. But I need a car that got 3 rows because I have a big family. And I don't want to be minivan, girl. I can't be minivan in it. But I truly did miss my family on Thanksgiving. I missed them. Everybody gathered at my Aunt Rose's house, which is funny because she is the aunt that like don't answer the door. She don't answer no phone calls. She just don't answer. So it was just funny that she decided to have everybody at her house. My mom only got 2 sisters. My Aunt Althea, and my sister is named after my Aunt Althea. There's 3 Altheas in my family, actually, but that's besides the point. My Aunt Althea and my Aunt Rose, and then it's my mom, whose name is Estrella, which means star. Australia, but it means star in Spanish. But my grandma only had the 3 daughters, and she has 7 sons. My uncles is the bomb. I truly miss my uncles. Now, one uncle, they just don't fool with at all. Like, he couldn't come in the house. I couldn't understand it. They always told me that Uncle Wilbur was crazy. And I was always intrigued by Uncle Wilbur. Uncle Wilbur always wore all black. But I don't know if he was mentally unstable or what. And I haven't even had a chance to get to know him because the family just always kept him at such a distance. And I remember this man ripping the whole screen door off of our house. All he ever wanted to do was come in and be loved. That's all he ever wanted to do, was come in and be with his family. And they just did not want to fool with him. My grandma gave him away for adoption when he was a child. And nobody won't give you a story. Well, how did he find us? How did he know we was his family? Like, they just want to X this man out of our lives. And I was talking to my sister Linnell yesterday. My beloved Linnell. And because my daughter told me that Uncle Wilbur was at Aunt Rose's house. And I'm like, they finally let Uncle Wilbur in and I wasn't there. Like, I would have made it up north, if I'd have known they was letting Uncle Wilbur in. But come to find out, it was my cousin Emil. My sister Linnell was like, nobody don't know where Wilbur is at. And he could possibly, that make me tear up, but he could possibly be somewhere dead or sick, and, we don't know. And I just wish he would have stuck around long enough for his sisters and brothers' kids to grow up, because we would have accepted them. Like, that next generation, we don't do each other like that. Like, you know, even when we, I think I can pull out now. Yeah, I have to let my car warm up in Florida. But our generation, we totally different than my mother's generation. Like, they don't fool with you. They can stop speaking to each other for a long time, and you know, and they kind of push that on their children, like, you know, or push it on the family, whereas, oh, I don't fool with them, I don't speak to them, or, you know, or if you have a function, they don't want to come. And that's like the older generation. But the younger generation, we stick together. Like, that next generation, we truly stick together with each other. And I wish Uncle Wilbur would have just stuck around and stay persistent long enough. I guess, how many times can you be told get off your porch or get away from us? But if he would have just stuck around, he would have been accepted by us and loved by us. I wish I could see him. The last time I seen him was at my Uncle Al's funeral. May he rest in peace. Uncle Wilbur walked up in that church with a leather black trench, black pants, black shoes, black do-rag, black shirt, black belt, black skin. Uncle Wilbur looked like he was the Grim Reaper about to go take some. Who want to join Uncle Al? Well, I had some awesome uncles. My dad actually went to jail when I was an infant, and he didn't even come home until I was 16 years old. So I didn't have a father growing up. But I definitely had awesome uncles. And my awesome uncles are the reason why I used to, like, wonder why Tyler Perry movies would be like that, you know, towards black men. I'm like, he depicting black men are wrong. Like, sure, my father, you know, did something wrong, which took him out of my life for, you know, for the major years. But then you have men like my uncles who was around, and I just never seen, you know, I wouldn't see Tyler Perry depicting those black men in his movies. But now I look at him totally different. I don't take it as personal, but, you know, I would always say, I have some awesome uncles. I don't know what the heck, where the heck Tyler Perry get this from. And then when he made that movie for black girls, I was pissed. I said, this movie is not for me. I was so pissed. Like, who the heck knows somebody that threw a baby out a window? Like, seriously, come on now. But, you know, I have some awesome uncles, and I often think about them, and I laugh. Like my Uncle Tinker. My Uncle Tinker was something else. He would, well, I'm going to tell you this story. One time, me and my cousin Gina was at the kitchen table. Well, let me set the story up. Like, my grandmother had 10 kids. None of them left the house. Like, of course, the girls, the 3 girls, they had children. So my mom, it was 3 of us. My mom had 3 kids at the time, but now it's 7 of us. But at the time, my mom we all lived in just one house, 3 bedrooms, a big old basement, and 2 full bathrooms, big porch, big backyard. But it was big enough for the whole family to fit. So my Aunt Althea had 2 kids, Donna and Dee Dee. My Aunt Rose had 1 child, Regina. And then my mom had 3 kids. It was me. Well, Linnell was first. Linnell, me, and my sister Monique. And we all just lived in one under one happy roof. Not a worry in the world. And even the boys lived home, but, you know, boys don't bring the kids home, but they will bring girlfriends home. But, of course, their kids live with the girlfriends, so, you know, occasionally. Well, the boys wasn't out there making babies right off the bat anyway. But, my uncles was awesome. But one time, me and my cousin Gina was at the kitchen table eating. We was younger, and we was eating some chicken. And my Uncle Tinker walked up, and he, like, you know, talking to us, and, you know, like uncles do. And he said, y'all done eating? And we like, yeah. He was like, y'all ain't done. And he gonna pick up the chicken bone and bite it and, like, start eating the chicken bone. But I tell you, me and Gina was like, yeah. I don't even, now that I'm older, I know he probably didn't swallow the chicken bone. He told us, like, that's where all the nutrients at. Like, what the heck, Uncle Tinker? And then my Uncle Marshall, he used to have a real bad drinking problem. He came out of the, he served the country, and when he came home, he had a real bad drinking problem, you know, when he got out of the military. But he don't drink anymore. But my Uncle Marshall used to drink. Now, him and Tinker shared the basement. But my mom would say, when Uncle Marshall would get drunk, Uncle Marshall would go down in the basement, and you would hear him having a whole conversation. And my mom would say, he down there talking to Bob, and Bob. I mean, you would hear him, like, he would be fighting his own self in his mind, like, who you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to you. Oh, you ain't talking to me. Like, my mom would be like, oh, he down there talking to Bob, and Bob again. And my Uncle Tony, he the youngest boy. He actually lived down here in Clearwater, because he had a baby with Tanya. And I remember when Tanya was packing up to leave, and my uncle Tony was just like, you know, he couldn't see his child living so far away from him, so he packed up and he left with them. And that was like years and years ago. But he left with his child. My uncle is a good man, but Uncle Tony, he was the young fly one. The young fly one that always would come in the house and want to dance. For some reason, my mom would always fight on him. Oh, Tony this, Tony that. But yeah, I have some awesome uncles. And then my Uncle Bobby, he like stayed to himself. He's a real good artist, a very good artist. But he pretty much stayed to himself. He never left home. Well, he left home here and there. He had moved to Norristown, Pennsylvania. And he had moved to Texas for a little while. But he's back with my Aunt Rose. Like, my Aunt Rose is another one. Like, she never left home. She left here and there, but they always just came back and stayed with my grandma. Like, those are the two kids that just stayed under my grandma's wing. And even though the house that my grandma had before she passed away, that's the house that my Aunt Rose and my Aunt Rose and my Uncle Bobby is still in that house. But yeah, I truly missed it. I missed the family. I missed everybody. It was my niece, Renaya. I call her Tina because she was so teeny. She was so teeny when she was born, so I just would call her Tina. And I remember her, I ain't no Tina. I ain't no Tina. Now, if I call her Nana, she want to be called Tina. But Tina's birthday was on Thanksgiving, and I forgot when I went up there for Rara. She was like, Aunt Keisha, because I always brought her really nice gifts on her birthday. So when I moved here, it made her real sad that, you know, I wouldn't be around for her birthdays. And she was like, when I was home, she was like, Aunt Keisha, what you gonna give me for my birthday? I said, well, what you want for your birthday? She said, well, I never had $100 before. So cute. I said, okay, I got you. Well, what do you know? I'm running to the store to get like another aluminum pan on Thanksgiving, and I get a phone call from like a 484 number. I'm like, okay, this from up north. You know, in Pennsylvania, we got like a gazillion area codes. So I see the 484 number on my phone. I answer the phone. I'm like, hello? And she like, hey, Aunt Keisha. I'm like, oh, Tina. I got you, baby. What's your mom cash app? I got you. I just had so much going on. But I truly miss the family. I remember it was Renaya's birthday, still Tina. And they wanted to surprise her. My sister Linnell is crazy because my sister Linnell raising Renaya, Tina, who is her granddaughter. So I go to Linnell house because Renaya's birthday and Thanksgiving always all in one. So I get to Linnell house. It's a big old birthday cake on the table. So she like, don't tell Renaya that's her cake. And I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, Renaya is old enough to read, right? So I was like, who cake is this? And Renaya was like, I don't know. I was like, Renaya, who cake is this? What that say? And she was like, happy birthday, Renaya. Linnell was like, Keisha, now I told you don't. I'm like, Linnell. Linnell, the girl not dumb. I simply just asked her what the cake say. But I truly miss my family. I miss them. But if my Aunt Rose do it again next year, I'm going to make it my business to possibly travel up there. I've been in that holiday traffic. My mom, like a couple of years ago, she had a stroke around this time of year. Man, and I hit the highway that Friday. When I tell you, Georgia usually take me about an hour to go through. Maybe 45 minutes to pass right up 95 when I'm going home. When I tell you it took me over 2 hours to pass through Georgia, But we was getting home to my mom. We packed up the whole car. We packed up the whole house. Like, we was going home to mommy. But that's when my sister Yana had came down here and moved with me for a little while, and I had got her a job at the place where I worked. And we like, hey, we gotta go. The Durham sisters is leaving because Mama Durham is in the hospital. But I truly miss them. I hope I could get Yana to come down here. Her birthday is January 10th, and my daughter's birthday is January 15th. On the real Martin Luther King birthday, his real birthday, not the observation day. But and my daughter sang for everything. She it must be something about that date, because yeah, she's a stand-up person. But I hope I could get Yana to come down here, and I could probably take them to Atlanta or something. I took her to Miami the last time she came. And yeah, so hopefully I can get Yana to come here and we'll go up to Atlanta. Jamia been wanting to go up there. So yeah. But I'm going to end this video. I hope you all enjoyed your families. You guys don't know how much of a blessing it is to be around them and enjoy them, because it's people like me who, you know, I would have had to have a Friendsgiving or whatever they call it. But luckily for me, I do have my immediate children that I spawned with me. But it still didn't take away the fact that I missed my family. I missed my sister's overcooked macaroni. I missed her watery vanilla her pudding. I'm sorry, sis. I missed your seafood salad with every seafood you can imagine. My sister put, if name a seafood, name a shellfish, it's in her seafood salad. And everybody died for that stuff too. But if anybody in my family is watching this, I miss y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all missed me. I know it was probably quiet without my big mouth there, but then you got my mom. So yeah, so I wish everybody love, peace, and prosperity.